What's going on, kings and queens? It's your girl Wisdom Zoda. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful Memorial weekend. Okay, hopefully, y'all hit that grill with some not fried chicken, but some barbecue chicken. I'm thinking about fried chicken. Somebody had some fried chicken, some potato salad. I know that's right. Somebody had a seafood boil. All right, somebody threw some steaks on the grill, some hot dogs, some sausages, some chicken, a little bit of salmon, some grilled vegetables. Okay, and I know it did what it needed to do. All right. Don't forget the mac and cheese. I'm hungry, y'all. I'm just saying. I didn't get to do none of that today because it was pouring all doggone day. All right. But at least I could end my day with some shenanigans. So we going to get right on into it in just a moment because Sonia Luther King had a dream, y'all. She had a dream. Okay. And she was dreaming about a boom boom room. She had a dream. But it was not about Black empowerment. I'm going to tell you that right now. It was not about Black empowerment, but your girl had a dream. So we're going to get all into her dream and more. But before we do, let me go ahead and greet those who were first up in the building. Again, if you, wrong banner. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button now. There is a 5-minute wait if you want to participate in the live chat. And trust me, you're going to have something to say. All right, first up in the building, where is the Wisdom family? Listen to me, 301, first up in the building, said, happy Memorial Day. Thank you so much, Queen. Same to you. Kia Elder in the building. Hey, WD and Ken Folk. Wishing everybody a Memorial Day and wanting to know is Uncle Willie still at the grill? Uncle Willie passed out hours ago. Okay, he got him a fifth. All right, and yeah, he been in the corner somewhere. Brooklyn Queen is in the building. Happy Memorial Day. Sammy Cake is here. Shirley 928, I see you. She got her popcorn emoji. She ready. She like, look here. Okay. She-Ho is in the building. Social wife Melissa, I see you. Miss Ebony BBW is in the building. Shout out to all the beautiful BBWs in the building. June's Poetry is here. And if June's Poetry is here, then Uncle Willie can't be too far. Harriet Timmons in the building, and so many more of you joining. All right, thank you so much for being on. We got to get into this jail. Okay. First of all, let me just say this. Don't do a crime with Sonia. Don't do a crime with Sonia. You guys are gonna figure out in just a second why I say that. But anyway, this is what we're getting into today. All right, this is going to be our shenanigan of the evening, Sonia's dream. Okay, y'all see her in the bed with Nesto. Okay, that's what she's dreaming about. All right, and then you're probably wondering, why is Shirley Strawberry there? Okay, and if you're wondering what all that noise is, that's that moment right there is when my dogs choose to be thirsty. They weren't thirsty 15 minutes ago. They weren't even thirsty 5 minutes ago. But as soon as I go live, all of a sudden they thirsty. What can I tell you? Sorry about that, guys. And there's Sonia's little dog, okay, crying out for help. Okay, little dog said, I have a dream too. Okay, I have a dream that somebody is going to feed me something other than some leftover pizza and walk me at least once a day. I have a dream that I won't be in a crate all damn day. See, the little dog got some dreams too. Don't get me started. Little dog got some dreams, okay? And now Sonia, when looking on a little dog, because I'm talking about him, and she probably read my mind. I was ready to call Animal Protective Services until I realized that by now she done got rid of the damn dog. But there she is on the bed looking down to see if the dog is okay in the crate all damn day. Okay. Now that Nesto realized that why is Shirley here and he trying to cut out, now she want to check on the damn dog. She wasn't thinking about the dog, but now she want to check on the dog. All right, and Nesto is wondering, what the hell am I doing here? How did I get here? That's what Nesto was wondering. And we're going to be doing a poll in a little while because I got a question for you. I always got a question. But anyway, welcome to Sonia's Boom Boom Room. For those of you who are just joining, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Yeah, because Sonia had a dream about her Boom Boom Room. Okay, so there she is on the bed, face down. I don't know why she stuffed her jeans with toilet paper, but apparently that's how her and Nesto get down. Okay, so Sonia says she had a dream. Nesto said he had a dream. He was dreaming about some liquid Viagra. He was dreaming about that nasty ass bus, and he was dreaming about them hoes that Lamont promised him. There go the hoes right there. Okay, so that was Nesto's dream. Nesto was dreaming about the hoes that Lamont promised. He was thinking about his bus. Okay, he misses the Great Mobile, and he misses that liquid Viagra because that's probably the only way that he can get it up. Okay, But what he ain't gonna miss is having to give foot rubs to Big Bubba. Okay. Nestor talking about he tired. Well, there might be a reason for that. Anyway, let's go ahead and I'm on one tonight. Let's go ahead and get right into our call for the evening. Let me make sure we got this ready to go. And all right, here we go. Listen, phone calls from prison. She always know what we need. She may not come when you want her, but she's always on time. All right, let's get right into it.
Please hold. Hello, this is a prepaid call from
Julio.
Who?
an inmate at the Cobb County Adult Detention Facility.
Oh, okay.
To accept this call, press 0. Your current balance is $6.32. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Boy, you don't woke up.
Hey, Julio.
Good. How are you? You get some good rest.
Sonya, damn. Why you put the man on Front Street? Ain't nobody supposed to know he using Julio's PIN number. Damn, this is why I say don't do a crime with Boneytail. Hey, Julio, because she thought that was cute. No, shut up. Nobody's supposed to know. And Julio only got $6, Nesto, so you better talk fast, okay? He only got $6, all right? So whatever it is you're gonna say, you better say it quick. That's all I'm gonna say. Talk about some hey Julio. No, damn it.
Mm-hmm. How are you?
Just waking up. I'm going back to sleep when I can.
You go back to sleep when you can.
Now I'm going back to
You
sleep.
sleep good?
I'm trying to.
No, Sonya. He ain't sleeping good. Okay. That man ain't slept good since he was at his house with his wife. Okay. There she go, in case you got what she looked like. No, he ain't sleeping good. Okay. His bunkmate is Big Bubba. Okay. He done had to give back rubs to Big Bubba all night. All right. And God knows what else Big Bubba had for him to do. Okay. He probably got some Astroglide and some baby oil from Diddy because Diddy got extra. Okay. And put him to work. Okay. Big Bubba was having his own version of a freak off. So no, Desto's not sleeping well. He got to sleep with one eye open. Okay. Because Big Bubba be trying to be slick.
Oh.
Shove it in. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, nothing. Just trying to sleep.
Is it loud? Is it cold? Is it your mind?
No, that's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah, you got the AC blowing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And you're on the top bunk, right?
I'm on the bottom bunk.
Okay. That should protect you a little bit. Hmm?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
No, it ain't gonna protect them very much. Now I know she's talking about the AC. I know she's talking about the AC, but I'm talking about Big Bubba. And no, being on the bottom bunk, it don't give him any protection at all. You know how hard it is to drag somebody off the top bunk and hope they don't hit their head on the way down. So Nesto was on the bottom bunk and he is completely exposed. So yeah, he might be sheltered from the AC, but no, no. Nesto need prayers, real prayers. Okay, he ain't sleeping good. He's not okay. The food is not good. Okay, and he's on the bottom bunk, exposed. When the Chain Gang get upset that they tired of looking at the same Sonya's picture, the same one.
Yeah, what's your day looking like today?
I'm just picking Katie up, taking her to this to the local apartment so she can go to this party. Yeah, because I have school in the next 2 weeks. I have school.
Wait, who?
They going to school that quick?
Again, right? She's gonna be a 10th grader.
A 10th grader. Wait a minute. Wait, whoa. Slow down, Sonya. Who going to a party again? Because it sounded like she said Katie, and I believe Katie is her niece. Katie is in the 10th grade and is going to a party at some apartment. What party is she going to? Have you investigated to find out, is there going to be any adults at that party? Are there going to be boys at that party? Is there going to be alcohol at that party? Who is the chaperone? Are you staying? Are you going to stay? I mean, did you find out where you're dropping your niece off to? Okay, so she don't end up in a situation where somebody gives her the slip, because these young girls don't know that you're supposed to get your own drink. You shouldn't be drinking underage anyway. But if you were slick like me when you was young, you had a red cup and you're supposed to get your own, and you're not supposed to walk away from it. You can't trust nobody. She says she taking her niece to a party at some apartment complex. That don't sound like it's going to end well.
Damn. That shit goes by quick.
It goes fast, right? It goes fast, right? Because you've been in there since the whole time she was in 9th grade.
Damn.
Now she's 10th grader.
Shit. By the time I got it, she's gonna be graduating.
Nesto, by the time you get out, her grandkids be done graduated, okay? Her grandkids be done graduated by the time your silly behind get up out of jail. I'm just saying.
Shut up. No, don't say that.
Shit. Okay.
Hello?
All right.
Had the weirdest dream. Oh my God, it's so crazy.
What was it crazy?
It was weird because it was me, you, and her in the dream. Me, you, and Shirley was in the dream.
Oh, okay. What, you was cutting out? You was cutting
No,
out?
it was like, no, it wasn't like nobody was mad. It was like me and you was hanging out, and then she came home, and he tried to hide me.
Oh. No, ain't be none of that. Ain't none of that going on. Ain't no hide.
Right.
Yeah. Don't get
And
that.
then
Nesto said, "Don't get it twisted. I might roll up out of that piece like I'm doing in this thumbnail, but ain't gonna be no hiding. I might cut loose." Let me tell you something. This is Shirley Strawberries. Okay. She is smiling too much for me in this picture. If this was a real situation, you need to be afraid of somebody walking into a situation where they see their man, their husband with another woman, and they smiling like this. I'm gonna tell you right now, if this is for the kings out there that's listening, that's just listening in the bushes. All right. If you get caught by your wife or your girlfriend with another woman and she is smiling like this, you better run. She about to kill you. Okay. This is Shirley. If she was Shaniqua, okay, if she was Shantae, hell, if she was damn Shanae, she wouldn't be smiling like this. But I'm gonna tell you something. Them real crazy women sit down right next to you, real polite. Hey, how are you? Hey, hon. Hi, hon. Hi, Sonya. Cause see, I say Sonya. I say Sonya. That's how I say it. But Shirley says Sonya. Hi, Sonya. Baby, it was just a dream. But baby, if it wasn't, Sonya, girl, anyway. Why are you dreaming about Nesto's wife anyway? Don't you got a sister wife that you can dream about? Because from what I hear, she rolled like that. Why don't you contact your sister wife? Pull your sister wife into your dreams, okay? She needs something to do. All right. But Shirley, Shirley ain't feeling none of that. She ain't thinking about you. She ain't dreaming about you. Why are you dreaming about being in your room with Nestos, okay, doing whatever y'all about to do, and Shirley comes in, okay? What is that about? And she said Shirley was nice in the dream. She wasn't upset. That's because she was about to red rum all of y'all. Anyway, she said Shirley was nice in the dream. Nobody was mad. Yeah, we're gonna have a sidebar maybe a little later if we have time. And I'm gonna tell you what that dream was about. I'm gonna interpret that dream for Sonya. I'm gonna help her out. If she ever was wondering why she had this dream, I'm gonna help a sister out. But right now, I'm gonna help us out, and we're gonna keep playing because this call is short.
I popped up anyway.
Oh.
And she just started talking to me all normally. And it's like, you hungry, girl? Let's go get some food. I'm looking like, huh?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a, argumentative type of thing. It was just everybody.
Shirley asked if you wanted some food. I mean, again, it was just a dream. It's just hypothetical. But I'm just saying, if this was a real situation and you get caught with another woman's husband and she offering you some food, don't eat it. You gotta give it to the dog, because I'm sure the dog would appreciate something more than pizza. Okay, puppies don't eat pizza, Sonia.
Like, it was,
What made you dream something like that? What was on your mind?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Show
Okay,
what?
I don't know. But it was cool.
Okay.
And then I ended up running into some friends, and then somehow I was with Tomas. We were in the hood. You know, I keep talking about the hood. So me and him was in the hood. I don't know. It was all over the place, but it wasn't a bad trip. It was just
No, you all over the place. Sonya ain't got no friends. And Nesto made a career out of being a criminal to get up out of the hood. I'm just saying. Can I ask y'all a question? I got a question. And I don't, should I poll it? Maybe I'll poll it, but I'm gonna tell you what my question is. My question is, do y'all think, and I'm gonna do a poll because I want y'all to vote, but I'm gonna tell you what the question is anyway. Do y'all think that Nesto misses his wife? Like seriously misses his wife? Do y'all think he miss Shirley? I mean, I'm talking about not in this call. I'm just talking about in general, like right now. Does Nesto miss his wife? Is he having regrets about messing around with Dusty Ball Sonya? Okay, that's what I'm wondering. And I think I am going to do a poll because I want to know what your thoughts are. So let's poll it really quickly and then we'll keep going. But I seriously want to know what you guys think. Does Nesto miss Shirley? Does Nesto miss Shirley? Okay, like, do you think he would get back with her and all of that? Like, if he could, if she would take him back? All right. Does Nesto miss Shirley? Okay, it's a simple poll. It's just a yes or no. Y'all tell me what you think. I'm just curious to know if he is missing his beautiful wife. Because I think he is. I don't think all the hoes, all the buses, and all the liquid Viagra in the world can replace this woman right here. He had himself a good woman. Look at how happy they were. Okay? This woman was in love. Look at her. She was in love. She was enamored. Okay? She fell in love with the wrong one. Okay? Because Nesto, look at Nesto. He looks sketchy right here. No, he wasn't none of me. I ain't hiding. Nope. Ain't hiding. Anyway, let's keep going. But y'all go ahead and tell me, go ahead and participate in the poll and let me know what y'all think.
weird dream.
Yeah, that's how it be. All over.
And it's about like right thoughts from everywhere. It's crazy.
Thoughts from everywhere. Thoughts about another woman's husband in your damn bed, and she walk in on y'all and don't say a damn thing. That was her dream, basically. That was the premise of her dream, that she's able to face down. That's the wrong one. Okay. Face down, booty up. That's the way we like to put. Okay. With another woman's husband, and the woman is just like, don't say nothing and offer her some food, like it's okay. Anyway, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a conversation about Sonia's dream when this call is over.
And I woke up in the middle of the night, almost had an anxiety attack. That's messed up. I don't know, because my hair is down. So I shouldn't have been like panicking about anything, but I got past it before it even happened. I felt it coming on, and then I just was like, I walked a little bit around, and then I laid back down and went to sleep. That was cool.
She had a panic attack, but she don't understand why, because her hair was down. I have been trying to figure that one out. She-Ho, help me out. Jamie Jam, where you at? Help me. What the hell is she talking about? What does having a panic attack have to do with her hair? Y'all going nuts in the chat. What does it have to do with her hair being down? I'm like, how much hair does she really have to be worried about it? Hold on one second. I mean, this is where, and sorry guys, I got allergies, so if you see me rubbing my nose, that's why my nose itches. But anyway, this is where she's headed. Okay, this is where she headed. Okay, right? Started From the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole head is here. Okay? What I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out how much hair she got on her hair to be listen, my hair is all the way down my back, okay? Past my waistline, okay? Damn near dipping down into the porcelain throne, okay? When I have to do my lady business, and I don't have panic attacks over my hair. I have had a panic attack though, and they're not fun. They're not fun at all. Me, I stick my head in the freezer. I know it sounds crazy, right? Yeah, I do. Because for whatever reason, when I'm having a panic attack, and it's been years since I've had one, but my heart starts to race and I get really hot. So I don't know. I put my head in the freezer and I get a cool rush, and then I get distracted, and it's like, what panic attack? I don't know. She says she went for a walk, but anyway, y'all help me understand what her panic attack had to do with her hair being down. Was she having a panic attack because she thought that she didn't have no more hair? I mean, was she panicking because she thought, what I've been telling her all this time, that them ponytails was gonna take her hair out? Was she panicking because she thought it was gonna be that? This is what she thought she was waking up to? I'm just wondering. Anyway, let's keep going.
I got over it.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad you
I don't want to
came.
ever be medicated for it, so I just be like trying to see how I could just fight it myself. I don't want to be on medication for shit.
She don't want to be on medication for nothing, but she ain't got no problem snorting some powder every now and again. Okay. I don't know what Sonya was on that day she went to visit Nesto in the hospital, but baby, she was high as a kite. Okay, she was high off of something. I don't know what she had. All right. I don't know what she got a hold of, but she was doing what I call the crackhead lean, and she was leaning in the chair like this, okay, and couldn't hold her own head up. Yeah, she was high. She was high. Okay. So you can snort lines, okay, and you can borrow Diddy's fanny pack with the pills and whatnot, but you don't want to take medicine that will actually help you with your health. Okay. She's not taking her vitamins. Sonya doesn't take care of herself. There's no reason why she should be suffering the way that she is in terms of her health condition.
Like me, huh?
We don't get you off that. We ain't worry about that. It's always a natural remedy to everything.
Nesto, she trying to kill you. Okay. She trying to kill. Stay on your diabetical medications. If you're diabetic, okay, stay on your diabetical medications. Okay. If you got you got high blood pressure, stay on your hypertension medications. If you got heart trouble and high cholesterol, don't just be going off the meds cold turkey. I don't care what herbalists come to you and say, I could cure that with some herbs, right? That's fine. Go ahead and take them herbs, but don't stop taking your medication until your doctor determines based on your labs that them herbs is helping so much that you don't need to take them anymore. But and I know I make funny commentary all the time, but this is a very serious issue that we have, especially in the Black community. Okay, because I've known people that have succumbed to diseases like cancer. Okay, listening to an herbalist say that, no, you just drink these juices, just buy these juices from me, drink these juices and take these vitamins, and it's a cure-all, and convince them not to get life-saving surgery or life-saving treatment, like chemo, as bad as it is. I think it was surgery that the person was supposed to have. It was something. But long story short, it's a relative, died very young. And by the time he finally went to the doctor and said, you know what, I think I do want to do that surgery you told me about, it was too late. It was too late. And the doctor was distraught because he tried so hard to get him to understand why he needed this. And he's listening to an herbalist saying that, no, the doctors just want to take your money. Yeah, okay. Well, guess what? Now he's off with the angels. Anyway, sorry about that sidebar, but let's get back into what she's talking about. So Sonya, I'm trying to figure out what Sonya does to be productive. She did get this RV. We're proud of her for that. But besides not washing her hair very often, having panic attacks, dreaming about Nesto's wife, having to go boo-boo several times a day, carrying a donut and not taking meds. So that's Sonya in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's true.
Nesto said it's
We
true.
don't get you off of that. Because I mean, your medicine, when you took it a while back ago, it was probably okay, but now they putting all kind of shit in everything to make everybody stay sick and dependent on medicine, because that's how they that's how they stay rich, to keep you dependent on the medicine. And cause other problems to put you on more medicine. It's crazy.
Okay. All right.
Oh, my neck. Anyway, yeah. I was in a bad dream.
Her neck, her back, her neck and her back. Shirley, thank you so much for clarifying that for me. It's the granddaughter. I kept saying niece. It's her granddaughter. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Yes, and much better today. I am much better today because I got it straight. Katie is her granddaughter, not her niece. So just want to make a correction on that. And you guys are on it. So thank you so much for correcting me on that. Appreciate y'all. Listen, get me straight. Don't have me out here talking crazy. Get me straight, because I don't got an issue saying, oop, I got that wrong. Yeah, I didn't mean to say her niece, her granddaughter.
Right. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, love. Well, you have a wonderful day. I'll call you later then. Get on up and enjoy yourself.
What time is later?
Whatever you like me to call you, whenever you start moving around.
I'll be at her house. She said something about 2, 3, 6. I don't know what of them. It don't matter. Just call me.
It do matter. Your granddaughter Katie want to go to a party. The party is at an apartment complex, and you either need to leave by 2 to get to her house by 3 to help her get ready so she can get to the party by 6, or you need to be to the house by 3, and she needs to leave the house by 6. But she's like, I don't know if it's 2. That is a very wide margin of time. You don't know if you're supposed to leave at 2, 3, or 2, 3, or 6. Sonya, get yourself together, okay? Don't mess up your grandbaby's party. You supposed to know these things, and you supposed to find out in advance where the hell this girl is going to, which means before the party, before you get there, you're supposed to trek down to that address and check it out and just see what's going on. And if you're like Wisdom's daughter, you gonna knock on that damn door, Jehovah's Witness, okay? Because if it's in the city, nobody answers their door up in New York if you knock. If they look through that peephole and they don't know you, okay, they ain't answering the door. Jehovah's Witness, we gonna answer. We don't want to answer, but we gonna answer because we already know what it is, right? They want to know, have you learned, have you heard about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ today, right? We already know the spiel. And most people in New York are believers anyway. So Jehovah's Witness need to take it to where the non-believers are. But anyway, no, you're supposed to go investigate. You can't just drop this young girl off at a party at somebody's apartment and you don't know what the hell going on.
All right.
Whenever you want to call me.
All right. So you get your wash your hair. Oh yeah, it's down.
I washed my hair yesterday around 2 o'clock. I washed my hair.
Oh, this morning? Oh, yesterday?
2 o'clock yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I washed it. It wasn't that bad.
It shouldn't be that bad. How much hair you got to wash? How much hair does Sonya have to wash? And why is Nesto having a checkup on her to make sure that she washed her damn hair? Really, Nesto? So the only way Sonya's gonna wash her hair is if you ask her about it, huh? Okay. Sonya, either I don't know what the issue is with Sonya and why the simplest things are so hard for her. Thank you. Listen to me. Yes, I finally got my hair done. I said I was not coming on camera until I got my hair did. Okay. Last month my hair would have been done, but this month, because I waited so long, I had to get my hair did. There's a difference. Like she had to get all up in there and wash it good and all that. I got my nails done too. Yeah, see my nails, got my nails done. Yeah. So I probably took some time to take care of me. All righty. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah. So Nesto's over here like, thank you, Jam. Everyone loves my hair. Thank you guys. Yeah, I know this is my signature style. I was gonna do something different. I was gonna do petals, and at the last minute, I was like, nope, just go with what you know. Miss Veronica has entered the chat. What's going on, Queen? Why is it so hard for Sonya to wash her little bit of hair? She don't have that much hair. It's not that hard. Get in the shower. Sonya she don't like bath. She don't like to bathe. Wash your hair while you're in the shower. Wash it while you're in the shower. Is it that hard? Little shampoo, little conditioner. If you're lazy, put them together. Okay, just scrub your scalp real good and wash it out. Okay, put you a leave-in. Alrighty, and Sonya got the kind of hair where she could do a wash and go. But if not, blow dry that mug, get that flat iron. Okay, you ain't got no edges, so you ain't got to worry about that, because that take a long time to be getting them little baby hairs and whatnot. That take a real long time. Anyway, Nesto said, "Did you wash your hair?" Why did he ask her if she washed her hair? Y'all tell me in the chat. I'm not doing a poll on that, but I just want to know, why did Nesto ask her if she washed her hair? Y'all don't find that to be a strange question?
No, I guess I'm getting used to it.
Nasty.
Your mom of it.
That shit gonna be super long by the time I get here.
No, it ain't.
Are you okay?
It'll be super long by Christmas.
Oh. Okay. Are you gonna still let it grow? I thought you gonna cut it.
Just let it grow and suck it. It's either let it grow long or it's got to be super short. Because in between, it's just a lot of work.
Girl, you might just want to go with super short because you don't do well with long hair. You're already complaining about washing hair. Sunflower baby TT said Nesto missed what Shirley did for him momentarily. He never fully liked Shirley. He hates her now that she's gotten away from him. Ooh. So it sounds like you saying he threw with Shirley. Okay, hold on. Someone else had a comment the same, said that he missed Shirley's money. I saw the comment. He missed Shirley's money. I want to do something right quick while I have it up on the screen. Yeah, Miss Veronica said that he misses what she can do for him. That's pretty much the consensus. And he misses her money. I want to do something right quick. Let me see how I can do this. Can I do it like that? Nope, that's not gonna make a difference. Hold on. Okay, there we go. This is a little bit better. Okay. Look at Sonya. Look at the side of Sonia's head. Now, I think I've done this before, but it's been a really, really long time. I'm just trying to understand how we got here with her, okay? Look at where her glasses are. Look at the tip of her ear. Her hairline begins behind her ear and goes all the way up and across, okay? Now, let's look at Nesto. Look at the tip of Nesto's ear. Can you imagine what Nesto would look like if he had no hair from the tip of his hair? Now go straight up with your little finger all the way across, and all that was bald. Hold on a second. Let me just move because we got her figured out. But let's just look at Nesto. Just imagine if from right here, the very top of his ear, all the way straight across, all that was bald. That's what has happened with Sonya. Because of these ponytails. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. I know what a big forehead is because I got one. This is not a big forehead. Okay. This is foolishness. Okay. This is absolute foolery, not taking care of yourself and not going to a licensed beautician. Anyway, I just wanted to be petty for a minute. All right. We got about just a few more minutes, and then we're going to talk about Sonia's dream.
So I used to want it to be a lot of work.
Well, just let it grow on out there.
I don't want it to be a lot of work. I don't want it to be a lot of work. So Nesto tells her, wouldn't let it grow then. The longer your hair is, the more work it is to maintain it. So you know what? Sonya should just get a buzz cut. There are a lot of women that do the buzz cut and rocking the different colors, the blonde, the blue, the pink, the green. Go for it. Just shave your head, Sonya. Just cut it all off. If Tamar Braxton can do it, so can you.
Yeah. I'll make it grow. I love you. You make sure you call me.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
What? Give me the answer why it's worth to downside your equity for me. Let me get that answer.
Downside my who?
Equity.
There it is. I almost forgot about this part. Okay. So we're going to have two very real conversations, and the first one's going to start here. Nesto asked, okay, and I promise I'm going to get to all the comments because there's some good ones. And the favorite one said, I rushed to the freezer too. I thought it was just me. Nope. That's the best way to do it. That's why you feel hot, because your heart is beating out your chest, right? And if you're just standing there, your heart is beating out of your chest because of a panic attack. Your heart would only be beating that fast if you were running or doing an activity, which makes you hot. So that's why I'd be running to the freezer. Anyway, Nesto asked, why would she downside her equity for him? That was his question. Because Nesto can't speak for crap, right? Why would you downside your equity for me? Now, when I first heard it, I said, why would you downgrade your equity? And then I said, oh, he didn't even say downgrade. He said downside. And I'm saying to myself, well, what is he talking about? Is he meaning that why would she, because I first interpreted that to me, like, why would she, why would she let go of her standards for him? Or why would she lower her standards is what I'm trying to say. But then I said, well, Sonya don't got no standards. So that don't make sense. So is that what he meant? And then I had to keep on listening, and we gonna just listen.
Equity.
My equity?
Yeah.
Equity.
In Ohio.
Oh, I don't think about that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't thought about it. It ain't that important. It's more important to get you out.
Let's stop right there. If we gotta roll it back, we'll roll it back. Nesto says, why would you downside your equity for me? Right? Whatever. I know what he was getting at, but that ain't what he asked. Okay. My head is itching already, y'all. Why would you downside your equity for me? She said, what? Who? He said, equity in Ohio. I said, boom, there it is. Nesto always got a scheme and a plan. He is always scheming and scamming about something. She was like, I don't care nothing about that ish. It's not important. Nesto, what equity? She can't give you what she don't have. What equity? Nesto still thinks she got these 17 homes. I'm assuming at this point. I'm assuming that they didn't have the conversation, or he forgot about the conversation about the 3. Remember, she said she had 3 bankruptcies. Okay, 3. Yeah, okay. Anyway, what equity? Pull equity out of what? Them houses went under. Nesto said, why would you downside your equity for me? But what he was really doing was introducing the conversation as if to say, well, since you got all these houses, why don't you just pull some equity out? Well, Nesto, why don't you just say that? Why you always got to beat around the doggone bush, right? Why? Thank you so much, Ladybug. Good to see you too. Ladybug, ask Ladybug, why can't Nesto just come out and ask Sonya what he want to ask, right? Why is it always dancing around the subject? Why is there always this, merry-go-round and beating around the bush? So she says, well, I don't care nothing about that. The only thing that's important is you getting out. Well, dummy, how the hell you think he gonna get out? Because the wife, he had to get a public defender. She ain't got it. Okay, she was clear. She ain't beating around the bush. You're gonna have to get another lawyer because I don't have any money. I don't have any money. I don't have a car. I don't have a place to live. I don't have any money. That's my best Shirley impression today. Okay, hun, I don't have any money, hun. All right, so Shirley ain't got it. Shirley cut him off, right? Sonya is drawbacking his friends for money. Okay, whatever money she might have had, she could have had some money back then. Maybe she was hoarding it. I don't know, but she said that she was going to take out a loan for him. She never did. Right? Don't worry, we'll get the money. Even if we got to take out a loan, we'll get the money. Then she claimed that she was going to get life insurance. Okay. How did you think he was going to access the life insurance while you were alive, unless you know how to leverage life insurance as a living benefit, which I know she probably doesn't. Anyway, so let's see how she gonna answer this, okay? Because Nesto just put her on the spot. What about the equity in Ohio? Talking about why would you downside your equity for me? What kind of stupid ass, backward ass, ignorant ass question is that, Nesto? Oh, and I don't care nothing about that. I wonder why. Maybe it's because she ain't got it.
Oh, okay. Okay. I would say, some people,
It's just
I
money.
I do that type of I do that. Everybody ain't like me, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, it's just money. I'm not planning on, like, doing anything with it, like, particularly, but if I could pull it and, and get you what you need, that works for me. It's money well spent.
Wow. There she go, promising Nesto something he ain't never gonna get. Okay. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Promising Nesto something he ain't never gonna get. We're gonna come back to that in a second. She says she don't care nothing about them houses. It's just money. It's just money. Yeah, you saying it's just money, but your jail boo actually needs money right now. He needs money. All right. But you got him thinking that you got access to something that can help him. It's just money. It's ain't no thing. And Nesto's like, yeah, because I do that kind of thing for people. I do that kind of thing for people. Really? Nesto does that kind of thing for people. Nesto, you take from people. You don't do a damn thing. The only thing you do is find out how you can get what people got. But getting back to Sonya promising Nesto stuff that he ain't never gonna get. Do you guys remember Risa Tisa? Do you remember the young lady, pretty round face, a good storyteller that went viral on TikTok, and she coined the term "Who the F did I marry?" Okay. She did like an 8 or 10 part series, which I'm not going to rehash here. It's still on TikTok. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's a good one right there. If you just want to do an all day podcast, you ain't got nothing to do like Sonya, Risa Tisa, Reesateesa. Anyway, one of the biggest afterthoughts that she had once she realized that she married a pathological liar was that he took joy and literally got off on promising her stuff that he knew he was never going to be able to deliver. It wasn't out of love. It wasn't like, okay, I'm going to say this because I'm hoping it will happen. He knew for a fact that he was never going to be able to get any of the things that he was promising her. And he was getting off at the fact that he was promising it and she would get so excited and then her face was going to be egg on her face later, right? Why does Sonya constantly promise this man that she's not going to deliver on? I'm just curious. Do you think that she gets some type of gratification from doing that? Or gratification in the moment from making him feel like she's useful only to let him down later? Like, Nesto, how many times this heifer, this hoe, this side hen gotta let you down before you just done? Okay. Real VB says she is such a damn Debbie Downer. But right, she's such a Debbie Downer, but we're the negative ones. And she calls him to lift his spirits and take his mind off situations. Again, slow and damn remedial. Yeah, she is not the one that you want to call when you down bad. You have some people that I don't know if they do it on purpose or if they just don't know no better or can't help themselves, but like you down bad and they just make you feel worse. Like, damn, what the hell you called me for? Like, I was good before you called me. Like, you didn't make me feel any better, right? Like, people do it on purpose. I don't know. I'm not sure. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. All right, let's listen, and then we'll talk about it later. But I want to know your thoughts on him asking her about the downside. Why would she downside her equity for him? Which is just an ignorant question. But like I said, I thought he was going somewhere else. And then when he said Ohio, I said, here we go. Typical Nesto, right? Why would you downside? What you talking about, Nesto? Why would you forego? Or why would you not look into your equity for me? He was trying to raise the subject of, listen, you got these houses. You can get the money that I need. All you got to do is get the equity out of it. Sonya has hair dysmorphia. She swears she has thick hair down her. Wait, real baby, stay cutting up. Sonya has hair dysmorphia. Okay, she swears that she has thick hair down to her claw toenails. Again, slow and remedial. Wow. That's a new one. I never heard of hair dysmorphia, but this body dysmorphia. So, with Sonya, it's her hair. Sonya is not accepting the fact that her edges and her hairline is how we when we street people will say things like, I'll push your wig back. Okay. Well, literally, she looked like somebody. Well, that's code for taking somebody out. But if you take it in literal terms, she looked like her whole hairline got pushed back. Anyway, she is not willing to accept that any more than Krishan Rock is willing to accept that her baby is suffering greatly because of her selfish actions and drinking and smoking and doing drugs while she was pregnant. Okay. But that's we can't even get into that tonight. That's gonna be, y'all gonna need a whole glass of wine. All right, y'all gonna need a couple of shots for that. That's gonna be a whole different live. Anyway, what's going on, Lisa? I see you. All right, let's keep going, and then we gotta talk about Sonya, what the meaning of Sonya's dream.
Oh, okay. I just asked.
Sure.
Right. So,
I don't look for a pet. I already told you that.
okay. All right, love. I'll call you later.
Mm-hmm. I love you too.
Love you too.
Bye.
Thank you for using Global Tele.
That was so sweet. You hear the I love yous? Thank you. I love you too. You know the I love yous, right? Who's in the chat? Lady Janice, I love you. My Tai, I love you, right? Love everybody. See, I'm gonna get in trouble because I done call a couple names, and if I don't call them all, I'm gonna get in trouble. I shouldn't have started that. Miss CLC. Anyway, but very loving. You don't see that anymore. You don't hear that anymore on the current calls. It's so cut and dry. It's so transactional. You do not hear the love, that he might have had. All right. Nesto missed Shirley Strawberry, and now he got Sonya with her with her Social Security check. Yes, he does miss Shirley Strawberry's money and being in control of her money. Yeah, y'all listen. You show is right. That's what he missed. That's what he missed. Now, in his mind, Nesto's probably thinking he misses Shirley, not understanding it's not Shirley that he misses. It's the money. It's the money. It's the status, right? It's the lifestyle. Okay. That hairline, she needs to drink some Mary Ruth's vitamin hair growth. Listen, I will pin if you put that comment in the chat, I will pin it. She'll be over here at some point because she go to any video that has her name in it. She's coming. She's probably in the bushes now. Okay, right? Calling us bitter Betties in her head because we tried to help you. Us bitter Betties tried to help you. Okay, I'm a comedian, so yes, I clown and I roast, and I roast you a lot, but it's all for comedic purposes. But we tried to tell you, stop pulling your hair up like that. Right? You know what happened if I just kept my hair up, pulled tight like this, up in a ponytail, and never took it down? By the time I do, my hair would fall out. Much better today says she needs some Jamaican black castor oil for them edges. Baby girl, what edges? Much better today, what edges? They gone. It's too late. Too late. Does anyone remember the Kung Fu movies from the 70s and the early 80s? Ponytail's hairline reminds me of the Kung Fu masters. You know what? I cannot with you. My tie. My tie. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to read a few more comments and I'm going to interpret Sonya's dream for you. Her life seems so unfulfilling. No friends, no dates with genuine friends, no hobby, just yearning for a jailbird's attention. I know it's as a woman that bothers me. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Zanley Ladybug. I just call Ladybug for short. Thank you so much, Queen, and may your gift return back to you tenfold. I appreciate that. Like Tony Braxton, let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. It's let it go, but for Sonya, we got to say let it grow, right? Don't get me started on Frozen. Let it grow. I can't do it. I can't do it. Let it grow. Let it grow. Can't pull it up anymore. All right. Let them edges grow, Sonya. Let it heal. Stop with the Beijing. Lisa Glaze said, WD, I'm sure it's been already said, but your hair color is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so very much. It is not done. I couldn't do all of it in one session. And just to do this took 5 boxes of hair dye. But I thank you. I used to color my hair on my own when it was shorter, and I love red. I love red. I've been coloring my hair red since 2014. But my hair is too long. I can't do it anymore. My arm don't reach back that far. It only goes but so far. So but thank you, Queen, so very, very much. But if you wondering, like, how come Debbie didn't show her face? That's why, because my hair was literally sitting on top of my head, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I know better. I know enough to come to y'all correct. Y'all are not coming on here to see me looking a hot ass mess, and I'm talking about somebody else looking a hot ass mess. Side hand is too dumb or remedial to read between Nesto's scams. She's blinded to or blinded by his lies. Absolutely. Let's talk about this dream while I'm running through the comments. Yeah, she is easy pickings for somebody like Nesto. Let me just say that. She's easy pickings. And y'all give me just a second. Let me see. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit because my head is getting cut off by the comments. Let me interpret that dream. So Sonia has a dream that she is with Nesto. You know, they're about to be intimate or in the middle of being intimate. Okay. And I love this thumbnail. I'm sorry. I just got to put it back up because y'all know I be having fun with these thumbnails. I really do. I be having my own like kiki just with the thumbnails. All right. Oh, hold on. Little dog is cute. Poor doggy. Doggy said, I have a dream that one day I'll be free from this crate. I have a dream that one day I'll get some puppy chow instead of pizza. I have a dream that all the little girl puppies and boy puppies. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, so she has a dream that here, let me do this. I'll put it up differently. I'm gonna remove that. She has a dream that Nesto is in her bed and Shirley Strawberry walks in, no reaction. Okay. She's not angry. She's not, fighting her, anything like that. She just talks to her kindly. Nobody's mad. And then she offers her, asks her if she wants some food. Okay. Which we know that's a damn dream. So what is that all about? What is this about? This idea of having a dream that you're with Nesto. The wife comes in. The natural reaction would be that she'd be, hollering, screaming, crying, ready to fight, everything else. I think Sonia at this point was feeling very guilty about, or not very, but a little guilty about messing around with Shirley's, I think her conscious. Remember, this is a dream. So this is her subconscious mind. Her subconscious knows that messing around with a married man ain't right. Okay. But she's dreaming about a situation where it's okay. Because even though she knows that she should not be messing around with Nesto, she still wants to. And that's her problem. She has said it many times. I don't know what it is about you. I don't know what it is about you, but I just can't, she's like, I didn't want to be here, but I'm here. And I usually don't have an emotional connection to people. Her emotional connection to Nesto is because he looked in on her while she was in the hospital, and none of her closest family did that. She claims that he called her every day, and I find that hard to believe because it was during COVID. I don't think that was the case. But whether it was once or a few times, he looked in on her, and she was hooked ever since. And then, of course, that liquid Viagra didn't help, and who knows what else Nesto was what they were doing. Maybe they were doing other stuff. Maybe they were having their own version of a freak off. But anyway, but she's over here having a dream where Shirley finds out about them and is okay with it. That's her dream. Then she ends up having a panic attack, and I'm not really sure what the panic attack was about. But in terms of that dream, that's what I believe it to be. I believe it to be she's conflicted. She knows that she shouldn't be with Nesto, but she still wants to be with Nesto. And the truth of the matter is, technically in her dream, they got caught, but there was no reaction, So at this point in time, this call was from July of 2023. So he had been in jail for 1 year. She was only 1 year in. Wasn't tired of him yet. Okay. Shirley had just decided, and I'm going to cover that call. That is a long call. It's an hour and 20 minutes, which means that I'll have to play more of the video and do less commentary, which most of you guys are okay with, because I know I make a lot of stops and starts, but I have to say what I'm going to say while I'm thinking about it, because after they done said 2 or 3 more sentences, I done forgot. But anyway, but that's what I think that dream is about. I think Sonia is feeling guilty about messing around with Shirley's husband. She knows that that it's wrong. You got some women that don't care, like literally don't care, like at all. The favorite one said he wanted an update on getting a loan. He sure did. The first Sonia wanted Nesto because of Shirley, I believe, and now she want him for the internet. I don't even think she really want him too much anymore, other than the fact that she's lonely. Sonia is lonely, and Nesto entertains her. Okay, he doesn't have anybody else. He doesn't have anybody else, so he entertains her. She would just about be his. She would or was just about to be his next victim. Correct. Correct. Nesto realizes his cotton candy is gone. Yes, Kung Fu Fighter. I cannot with y'all. That comment was hilarious. And yes, Sonia is codependent on Nesto. You know what, Sonia? You better not call another woman on this internet a bitter Betty, okay? Because you have no life, and that's not anything to celebrate. I'm not saying that to throw shade. That's your reality. Sonia has no life. She has no, I've said it so many times, she has no friends. She hooks up with Sylvia because in a lot of ways, Sylvia's in the same kind of situation. You know, Sylvia stays busy with the YouTube and the court cases, but can you imagine, okay? Can you imagine if Sylvia lost her YouTube channel? She didn't have YouTube anymore. That was no longer an option. And TikTok decided they didn't want her either. What would her life be? What would her life be? Her life is YouTube, just like Sonia's life is Nesto. That's her life. Okay. The only time that she showers and gets dressed is when she's going to visit him in this outfit or that outfit. Who the hell goes to a jail like you going to the club? Okay. And when we saw her on video, the last video chat that we looked at, she was wearing like a brown plaid overshirt, like a long sleeve shirt. It looked like a shirt dress almost, but it wasn't a dress. It really just was a shirt. So yeah, your girl is dreaming about Shirley because she's, you know, she knows deep down that she shouldn't be messing with that woman's husband. You know, and I guess maybe subconsciously she was hoping that but when Shirley found out that, you know, she would be okay with it somehow, or that turn the other cheek. And it's weird because it's kind of, for a little while, that's kind of what she did. She just told herself something other than what it was. You know, Shirley was living a little fantasy world for a little while. Sonia makes empty promises like a deadbeat dad. Oh Lord, but that's the truth, Sunflower. Good God Almighty, ain't that true? It sure is. Remember, this is Savannah. Remember, he asked her in a previous PCFP. She was telling him the home she's trying to get from her dad's girlfriend, and said it's worth $1 million. And immediately he said if he can get bail on the grape. Oh yes. Yep. You just reminded me. Show did. Once again, Sonia is promising this man something that's not a guarantee and something that she's not going to deliver on, because that's not even her house. That's not even her house. She was telling him, yeah, because the house sold for $1 million. This is Nesto's karma. Nesto is a scammer, but Nesto got with the scammer. So Nesto is trying to scam Sonia, and Sonia's over here lying and scamming him. Same difference. Same difference. I'm just checking to see if I missed any comments, because this live is we about to cut it short any minute. I think that was it. I wanted to make sure that I got to at least the majority of the comments. I know there were many more that I didn't get to. Hey, Sensol, I see you. I know. I don't listen. YouTube is tripping. YouTube is tripping. Everybody is not getting a notification. I don't know what's going on with that. That's why you'll notice that sometimes I'll put the notification up on the community wall. All right. She was broke then and she's broke now. Sonya said, I'm the broke friend. She said, I'm the broke friend. Sunflower said, it's just money, yet she can't afford to visit a specialist for her stomach issues, but she can afford that crickety crack. She can afford them rocks, but she can't afford to go to the doctor. Anyway. Let me check on this poll real quick. I want to see what you guys thought before we wrap up. All right, so 87%, 87 of you voted. All right. And 90% say, yep, he miss Shirley, but maybe not for the reason you think, but he miss Shirley. Yep, he do miss Shirley. Nesto, you done effed up real bad. Okay. Real bad. And the sad part is he could have had everything he wanted the honest way. I saw I saw Silverback in New York City standing on the street getting in everyone's feed. Yeah. You know what we call Sonya a pick-me? We do. But she ain't the only one. Birds of a feather flock together. Yep. That's a pick-me for you. I mean, like I said before, gotta admire the tenacity, but she be up in everybody's feed like, hello. Hey, I'm Sylvia. I've got a YouTube channel. It's kind of big. So anyway, her rap sheet is getting kind of big. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. I know some of you guys are wondering, well, what's happening with that? Don't know, to be honest with you. The fact that she was able to leave the state twice without getting permission or without, notifying the proper authorities is interesting. But what I will tell you is look at Nesto. Everything Nesto was doing caught up to him. He thought he was getting away with all that stuff, but everything Nesto did caught up to him. Okay. And now he's in a situation where he got so many charges. He might as well settle in. Okay. Where's the, do I still have it up? Where's my thumbnail with the jail cell? Let me see if I can find it real quick. He might as well get comfortable. Okay. Because he's, and see, unlike Diddy, Diddy is over here trying to finagle a pardon. All right. He done already reached out to his buddy Trump. Like, yeah, you got me, right? Because that in my head, that's how the conversation went. It was a real short conversation. Yo, this Puff, right? Because I don't think he uses Diddy with Donald Trump. I'm just telling you what I think. I think he says Puff. So he's like, yeah, yo, this Puff. All right. Cool. You got me, right? Yeah, that pardon thing. I bet. Conversation over. In my mind, that's how it went. All right. Nesto, you might as well get comfortable. Okay. Go ahead and put your little pictures up of Sonya up there and, go ahead and get you some charcoal so you can start keeping track of the years. Okay. Because year after year, them days are going to fly one into the other to the point where Nesto don't even know what day or time it is no more. That's what's going to happen with Nesto. Tony says Sonya is dildo whipped. Savannah said, I saw her get her daughter in New Jersey. I guess she believes Dallas is her protector. I don't know. I'm minding my business. But I'm going to tell you like this. Some people never learn. I'm going to tell you that. Some people never learn. Okay. Some people have to keep bumping their head over and over and over before they learn. Okay. Last time you had an open warrant and you knew you had a warrant and you just run into the courthouse covering cases like business as usual. Now you know you out of the state illegally. You can say illegally, right? Say what you want, but she know that she didn't get proper permission. She didn't notify anybody. She just left. So you just walking free like it's cute. Okay. I wouldn't be live in New York City. Sure wouldn't. I would take notes and wait till I got back home and then go live and tell y'all what's going on. Okay. Because in my head, I'm seeing somebody ended up in handcuffs while they're live. And it ain't going to be one of them situations where they can push the button and turn it off. No, we're going to see it. That's in my imagination. Okay. I'm just telling you what I see. All right. That would be quite embarrassing. but it will be her own fault. Just saying. I just listening. I just listening. I wouldn't, but then again, normal people don't do stuff like that. Okay. Normal people like you and I, most of y'all in here, I have to say most, because I know it's probably at least one person who's probably just a little off up in here. I'm not calling out no names because I don't know. I'm just saying just by sheer numbers, right? But the majority, don't do stuff like that. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about, oh, I got this going on, I got that going on. But nope. Oh, June's Poetry said, oh, well, Uncle Willie want to know what's this out-of-state business about. We're talking about Silverback. Okay. The fact that she felt that because she said she had a misdemeanor. It's not a nothing. It's 7 charges, including conspiracy. That's serious. That's not, even if you have 6 misdemeanor charges, that's a lot. Like most regular people, how are you a whole content creator? You're supposed to be a court blogger covering criminal cases, then you running around here committing your own damn crimes. What kind of shit is that? Like, who does that? Anyway, Silverback, that's who. But yeah, we were just talking about the fact that she felt that because in her mind her crimes were minimal, that she didn't have to get permission to leave the state, and that she could leave the state, right? And we weren't questioning whether or not she could leave the state. We were questioning, did you notify the proper authorities and did you get permission? Because that requires a process, and it's not a phone call. The process is not just a matter of a phone call. There is a process, right? And you have to get permission. So think about it like this, and this is one of those things that's just strange, but there's a simple parallel. Think about slavery times, especially down in the South, right? When a slave left the plantation, he had to carry his papers. I think that's what they call it, carrying papers, in case they got stopped. So the patty rollers and other overseers and Karens and nosy ass people, okay? Because back then every white person thought they had a right to ask you who you is and where you going. Sound familiar? Okay, not much has changed. Anyway, the only difference is that these Karens and these Kevins get knocked the hell out. That's the difference. But anyway, but they had to make sure, the authorities had to make sure that you have permission from your master or the overseer to leave the plantation, whether you were going to the store, going to visit your wife, your girlfriend, your other family, whatever it is. They needed to see them papers. Well, it's the same when you're out on bond. You have to get permission to leave the state, and they will give you a document so that if you do get stopped by police and they run your name or whatever, or you get stopped in the airport, they know that you have permission to be where you are. So, yeah, Kia, I know that's what she thinks. The charges are a misdemeanor, so she can go wherever. Okay. All righty. That is not my area of expertise. Okay. I Googled and schmoogled and made some phone calls. Not my area of expertise. But what I do know is that you can only do stuff like that for so long before you get caught. And this is a woman who claims to be, hold on a second. Abby, can you please stop it? Mama, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, now you want to be quiet. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting distracted. I'm like, I can't even hear myself think. She got a chew toy over there going to town. Anyway, Allie, you may forget what I was talking about. But you can only do stuff like that for so long. Okay. And what happens is she claims to be a woman of God. She claims to be a Christian. And this is where it's a challenge, right? Because you're doing Bible study on your channel. That's great. You're praying on your channel. You're studying all that's well and good. But then you're doing these things over here. Do you really think that God is looking down and he is okay with you doing Bible study and talking about the Lord while you're doing all this over here, lying, cheating, scamming people and everything else like that? Anyway. But my thing is, like Shirley told Nesto, sometimes God will just fall back and leave you to it. Okay. And what happens is you dig yourself deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's what I think is happening. I think she's going to end up digging herself down a well so deep that there's no coming out of it. That is what has happened to Nesto. Every time Nesto thinks these charges are getting dropped, he ends up getting some more charges or end up getting indicted. Every single time. Every time he got a bond and he thought he was getting out, The bond was so high, he couldn't, you know. Every time there was a carrot dangling in front of him, all right, little carrot, and he thought that, okay, maybe now I can get out. Nope. You're going to sit right there, because what Nesto has done over the course of his life didn't happen over the course of days, weeks, months, even years. It happened over the course of decades, according to his rap sheet. All this stuff that he was accused, and a lot of those things he was charged with, he pled guilty to. And then there are a lot of charges that were noli pros. They chose not to prosecute. Okay. But my point is, you were doing that for almost 40 years, right? It's not just gonna, your problems don't just get undone, right? Sometimes you got to put in the same amount of time you put in doing all of them crimes. That's the same amount of time you're gonna have to put in to get out. So that's why I be saying that's still gonna get like 30, 40 years. All right. And don't listen to Silverback tell me, no, Nesto's gonna be getting out soon. She just as crazy as her sister wife talking about Nesto gonna be getting out soon. Okay, I didn't. She made bail. Yeah. So when that whole situation happened back then, she got help. Okay. No, nobody does anything by themselves. I'm not gonna go into how she got out and this, that, and the third, but she had help from some of her mods, and she had help from some content creators in terms of getting out of jail, getting a lawyer, getting a bond, and all of that. Because honestly, if she was not able to come up with that money for the lawyer, or was not able to come up with that money for the bond, she would have still been sitting in jail now waiting for her case to come up. Okay. And maybe, honestly, that's where she needed to be. Just maybe that's where she needed to be. But, you know, people wanted to get involved, and some people don't know when to leave well enough alone. So, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, y'all, keep checking the community wall. All right. I'll be posting more stuff. I'm working on some members content as well. There are some other PCFP calls, some good ones, and they're short. And so I'll be dropping some of those in members. And then I have some other stories that I'll be covering. Some of them will be in the form of videos, and some of them will be live. Okay. But there's one particular story that I do want to cover. And we got to do a live about it, because when I tell you the shenanigans are real, okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. I am working on getting some footage for that so that I have some stuff to show you guys without it being running here, running there. I'm trying to get it all in one thing. And we'll go live with that very, very soon. All right. So guys, this was fun as always. Thank you so much for being on and hanging out with me. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed your Memorial weekend. Those of you who are off tomorrow, sleep in. Enjoy, sleep in. All right. And don't have no panic attacks like Sonia. Okay. Listen, if you didn't like the video on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. If you're still on the fence and you're not sure you want to subscribe, just hit that button anyway. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's free. But it definitely helps support the channel. All right, y'all. Be safe, be at peace, and keep your eyes and your ears to these YouTube streets, baby, because the shenanigans are real. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.